What's up, guys? Welcome to the channel Rockin' the Country. I'm Don. This is the second video, at least in a row, that I've done where the artists are from Texas. So I'm wearing my Longhorns hat. I don't know if Amanda Shires is a Longhorn fan or a football fan. I'm guessing she is, because just about everybody in town, I think it's a state law that you have to be a football fan. So, college football fan, that is. So anyway, Amanda Shires' song, Pale Fire, and she is Jason Isbell's wife, and he's actually performing on this with her. And we're going to get to see them perform. I don't know the song, Pale Fire. Man, what a concept. I love adjectives when they're put with nouns like that. Like, you're like, yeah, I never heard that combination. I got no clue what that's about. This was requested by Sarah Rubino. So Sarah, shout out to you. It's always good to see you in the comments. All right, here we go.
This song is called Pale Fire. We wrote this together. It goes like this. What? That was great.
All right. You want to count it? You want me to?
Go ahead.
So pretty.
She took her lover on a road trip. It turned out to be a bad idea. She lost his eagle feather roach clip, a present from some sad Maria. Things never made it back to normal. He was the wrong kind of naive. She stopped for gas in Oklahoma, left him alone on St. John's Eve. And there's a pale fire, there's a pale fire, there's a pale fire rising on the plain. Remember when you were a fighter? Remember when I was a queen? And now I'm just another rider. I can't keep up with your machine. And every man I meet is perfect. Any better they'd be wrong. That way it's never really worth it. And I could spend my days alone.
All right. Mind blown on so many fronts. One, I don't know if she wrote this. I'm going to guess she did. I don't know if Jason contributed or not, because lyrically, you know, I've reacted to a bunch of Jason stuff, and we know the level at which he thinks anyway. The myriad levels, the depth, the height, the whole thing. And she seems to have that. Like, the way she sings these lyrics, she just hasn't adopted these lyrics. It seems like they're her baby, you know, because you sing differently when you've like brought something in. Also, I'm going to do a video one day. I was texting with somebody or whatever, communicating with somebody about the difference between listening to a song with headphones on, with a camera on me, with the express purpose of commenting on it. Because it is so radically different than when you're driving down the road. The experience is so different, and my mind is just blown right now at the extraordinary simple beauty that's coming from two lightly played instruments and lyrics, and they're working with each other. She looks over at him. He just chimed in once on a lyric. I don't know if they planned that or not, or if he was just messing with her in the moment. She stayed composed, but goodness gracious.
There's a pale fire, there's a pale fire, there's a pale fire rising on the plain.
That line right there reminds me of Mickey Lamantia's song that I did, in which he quoted Yogi Berra. He borrowed off the Yogi's quote. The quote he was borrowing from of Yogi's was, "If life was perfect, it wouldn't be." And this is so reminiscent of that mindset, of that concept.
That way it's never really worth it, and I can spend my days alone. There's a pale fire, there's a pale fire, there's a pale fire rising on the plain.
That was an interesting way
Good. I liked it.
that she ended that. It just sounded like a quick pull for a second. I don't understand fiddle or violin well, although I did just buy my sister one as a joke. But yeah, that was gorgeous. When you listen with headphones on like this, like focus not merely on the lyrics, but you're taking in the human dynamic when there's, two people performing with one another, and the instrumentation, how that's being presented, so many different parts move. It's like looking at a Swiss clock that's moving, and you can look at one of the gears over here, or the pendulum, or whatever you call that thing, and these other parts are still going, and you're looking here. And you really have to look at it a lot to understand it. And you have to hear a song like this a lot. But mind blown, period. The way they stayed composed. I mean, they're like mirrors of each other, not one another, but they just complement each other so well on this song. It was ludicrous. I mean, how they understood what I think she was going for. She understood it clearly, and Jason did too. And what a compliment he was to her in this. How often do you hear that about Jason Isbell, because he's typically the man. But Amanda, good Lord. I mean, but I'd really like to know about that final note that she hit. What was that about? And the whole concept of the song had more of an ethereal quality to it. I don't mean in a good light. I just mean sort of like very ether-like, like much more to take in. So I'm going to rate the experience. That was, in a sense, what I like to call like liquefied beauty. I mean, you take these various concepts, including the musicianship, you funnel them down into something that goes into your ear and your eye in this case, and it's like you just drank something in that's pure and you don't yet know how it's going to expand on the palate. Phenomenal. But no, I'm going to go with a 9.5 because I don't confuse simplicity with loudness. Simplicity is so much harder to pull off and make it work than this barrage of sound that you might get from rock or Nashville country or what have you. This was deep, wide, broad. So, Sarah Rubino, thank you. You know me well. If you recommended this thing with me in mind, you know me very well. So thank you for that. I loved it, obviously. So Amanda Shires, Pale Fire. Pale Fire. I'm going to be thinking about that for a while. So that's it. What did I say? 9.5. The beauty factor alone. Good Lord. So there it is. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Leave your comments. Subscribe if you haven't. And we'll do this again one day. Maybe tomorrow. Have a great day. See you in another video and keep rocking the country.